Hello. Can you hear me?
I hear you, but it's not through the Bluetooth. Mm.
Want me to call you on your phone or no?
No, this is fine. I mean, I'm not
Okay.
gonna I just leave the volume up and hopefully it'll cook up.
So, welcome again.
Mm.
How's your week? Your 2 weeks been?
Fine. I mean, shop, Sixers won, Buffalo won. I'm doing good. Trying to figure out the um the impact of the draft for Buffalo. I heard that they were the first team to ever move down 3 times in the first round.
Okay.
So that means they had an agenda long before the draft, which surprised me considering that we just fired McDermott. You know,
I'm surprised about the Sixers.
shock
76ers.
more the word shock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but keep it going. Keep it going.
All the criticizing I've been doing for Joel all year, he shut me up yesterday.
I was trying to watch the game yesterday, but it was on Peacock, and when I don't have football, no point in Peacock. So I was hoping it would be on Prime, but
I was pleasantly shocked. Wow.
it was good. I didn't watch it full. I saw some of the advertisements, and it
Mhm.
seemed pretty good. Good game. Some of the Sixers came to play, so I'm happy about that.
In my honest opinion, the Celtics played into the Sixers' strength, and they lacked their strength from threes. I mean, they were missing, missing, missing. And when they hit, everybody in Boston thought they hit. I was shocked. I've never seen a lousy Boston team do that before. Mm,
I saw a meme, live by the three, die by the three.
yeah.
And Boston, die by the three.
They don't have a real center.
That's always been Boston's problem for a while. I'm gonna say since Bill Russell.
Yeah, because Kevin Garnett was really a forward.
Yeah,
Well, no, Dave Cowens was a good center. He was a forward playing center and very good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they should draft a true center. We'll see what happens, but I doubt it. I heard there's possibility of them trading for Janice, and it might include Jalen Brown and maybe another superstar. But for sure, Brown and a number one pick. That's for sure. But they're talking about more, requiring more. So Janice to Boston
Mm.
is a good thing. I'm disappointed that Milwaukee can't do things right.
What you want to know? What I thought about Milwaukee and Philadelphia. What do both of those teams have in common?
So both cold cities.
No, they were both that coached by Doc Rivers. And in Milwaukee, when they should have kept Doc to improve, but they were so that they didn't really stop to think what was happening. In Philadelphia, they let him go for the right reason. And you know what the right reason was, in my opinion? The unavailability of a being. Because Doc could only manage what he thought when he had Joel on the floor. Because I'm not remembering exact, but I remember Joel plays, they win. Joel doesn't play, they may win, but they look lousy. You know?
Good point. Good point.
What about my Buffalo Sabres?
Flyers are still there too.
Got a feeling. I got a feeling, people. I got a feeling. Buffalo's gonna win the Stanley Cup. I mean,
If you can get past Philadelphia first.
they better, because I'm still mad at Philadelphia from 1970s, 50 years ago.
We're gonna bring back the Broad Street Bullies again.
I don't think so. I've watched the
It was a
Flyers
joke.
play, and they don't play like that. Who they beat? They just beat. Who they beat? The Flyers. Who they beat? Anyway, the team they beat played like the Flyers of the 70s. And their coach, I saw one practice where somebody made a mistake. He went from white to red fast. And I watched another 1 minute of practice or video, whatever. His face got white again, and he was happy. You know, they showed the whole sequence. They showed him when he, and I don't know, because I don't know any players, none in hockey. If they played before, after 1975, I know nothing.
I'm not crazy about hockey. Just follow because it's all Philadelphia team.
I'm not crazy about hockey, but I'm still Buffalo. Only one time, well, not one time, but I've only been involved one time where I didn't support a team from Buffalo. When I worked for the Rochester Red Wings.
So, who do you think will do something in hockey?
Carolina, Buffalo, the Golden Knights from Las Vegas. That's it. I don't know anything else.
Do you think Buffalo is not going to do good?
I gave you three teams. I I mean, I guess I'm a homer, so, and hockey not being my expert evaluation, my heart, Buffalo. That's all I have. You know.
I'm gonna shift a little bit for boxing. Who, when you hear the title boxing, who based on boxing for you?
Ali.
Ali?
That's it.
Why? Why Ali? Why?
Because when he first came up, I didn't like him. Okay? And then the more I heard him talk, the more he expressed himself better than I could ever. I started to understand his purpose. At first, he was a showman, you know, blah, 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 blah. Then he began to do things to make America think. And then he began to do things in boxing that were never done before. Because, in my opinion, I'm just going by what I see, not what I know. He never hit. He just bug you. Boom, boom, and you get frustrated. He don't really hurt you. But if you get or if you gave him that one punch, but for the most part, if he wanted to play with you, that's what he did, and that's why you lost.
Mike Tyson, for me,
Mm,
I didn't watch Ali,
you weren't born yet.
but Tyson, he was short, stocky, underdog in some way because of his height. And he defeat odds like that. To me, that's impressive. I'm a tall guy, so shows that don't matter if you're tall or short, someone still can knock you out.
I saw one fight with Mike Tyson, and if I remember correctly, he only threw 76 to 77 punches. 50 of them hurt me, and I'm, 4 million miles away. And the last punch, the guy went, and I believe there were fights where he threw even fewer punches than 77 because he beat somebody in the second round.
And that's why I like Mike, because he did things like that. He knew that Mike was coming to fuck shit up, yeah, but he didn't know how. And that added more fire to the drama. The drama. So
But I really wish, in my mind and in my heart, that Mike never got involved with Robin Givens.
I agree. I agree. His record
I
would
mean,
be so
I
much
was
better.
surprised during that interview when she said she was scared of him. I was scared for her at that time because I thought Mike was gonna say, "You scared of me? You scared of me?" Wait, bow. I didn't know, but he was in control for him. But I think after that, phew,
A lot of people don't know that in boxing, long time ago, it wasn't always 12 rounds.
75,
75 rounds.
70, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well, how long were the minutes? How long were the minutes?
They might have been 3 minutes. I don't know about that, but I mean, back in it, I remember reading somewhere somebody fought 50 rounds or something. They're not joining. They're not going to join. I sent them the link and I heard nothing, which kind of upsets me because I thought for sure Peter would be here because of Philadelphia and Edgar would be here because Peter and I beat Philadelphia. I mean, beat Boston. Oh, oh.
I want to. I
You
want to.
want to know who I never thought about? Maybe we can invite next time. We can invite J.J. Jones. Wait, it didn't go in. I'm gonna try. Was that the guy from DSD? I thought you looked familiar. I wasn't sure. Yeah. Wow. So what's Galvin? Yeah. What's he doing? What is he doing? Oh, he's I mean, where is he working? Why won't he join? Participate? Oh, okay, well, you study is more important than our little podcast.
College days.
Excuse me? Yeah. Um, okay. Basketball, hockey, football, baseball. I'm curious. How impactful is the triple hit? Like they talked about in the past, because they didn't have a wall, triples were common. Now they're not common, but they are. Even with the smaller field, triple hit, no, bam.
A lot of the players, when they're hurt, they'll go to AAA.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about hitting. When they hit,
Baseball.
yeah, baseball. I'm not talking about triple A. I'm talking about the triple running around the bases. And I saw one guy who I thought was so horrible. He hit the ball, and by the time it came down, the three fielders or the two fielders and shortstop couldn't judge it. He was on third base, and there were four of them in that game. Wow,
Normal now.
they're not really. They said it's not his. No, no, it's not as normal as I originally thought, but it's not as obsolete as I originally thought either. I mean, I think it said, or I think they show a triple every week this season. I think, I'm not really sure. And the right fielder was laughing. He picked him up. Good. Thought for sure he was out. And how far are you from Chicago? 6 hours? St. Louis? 4? Because I still haven't heard from my nephew yet. So I haven't really committed any plans yet. But when my friend's sister informed me when the memorial service will be, I'll let you know. Because I plan to go to that service regardless. Right? Do you know where's a good place around my area where you could watch softball?
Watch softball.
I mean, here,
Softball.
yeah, softball, softball, not baseball. I mean, the kids are nice, but I want to see softball. Men, women, I don't care. That's the way it feels around here. Because when I was in Rochester, softball was easy. Bang, 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 bang. Here, you can find it, but you got to drive 2,000 miles. You know,
May have to check Billy.
I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far. I mean, especially, I contacted Mary, asked her if I could set up a signed song choir for the national anthem. Haven't heard back from her. No, I mean, she said she would let me know, and it's the 2nd of June. I may try to contact her this week, not to bug her so much, but if she tells me, then I just let it drop. Yeah, 29 days from now. Really, the last time I did something like this, we had half hearing, half deaf. It took 3 days. That's it. The lady who directed the signers didn't really know sign language, but she knew how to direct the signers. It was real funny. I mean, I wanted to do it, but I watched her, you know, involved. I just stepped back. She wore, I can't remember what she wore, but she looked perfect, and she didn't steal the show. She looked perfect. This week or next week, schedule comes out. They said 12 or 14. AJ Brown, uh, Stephon Diggs, and there's another big name receiver. There's another big name receiver. Pickens. Well, they said they signed him just so they can trade him. But you signed me for $27 million for 1 year. You can put me on a plane to the moon.
For real.
But the one thing that I'm not really enthused about is how some of this, what I'm calling fake positivity and fake negativity. I don't understand it. I mean, everyone has at least 90 players, which equates to 3,100 plus players in football right now. You know, and that guy who the Heisman Trophy finalists who didn't get nominated now playing in Baltimore. Action Jackson better be, because this kid is good. And he might be good enough to make Baltimore feel, not positive, but feel they can trade or get rid of Jackson. They can. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But my thing is, right now, I was watching a prediction for next year's draft, and they come up with the list prediction. How can you know when you don't know what the teams are going to do this year? Well, my fear right now in the AFC is KC, Houston, New England, and Las Vegas. Even more than Denver. I feel that they may be overlooked right now. But their quarterback, I I I sense his his leadership. I sense it, you know. I remember I had someone to ask, can't remember what it was, related to the Eagles. Oh, the Sixers ticket for Saturday. I think it's Saturday or Friday, Saturday. Cheapest tickets I found was $250. When last time I saw the Sixers, I was in nosebleed and it was great, but we didn't pay $250 for those tickets. So where's the wife? I had my coffee today. But I'm trying to keep going because I missed 3 days of taking my afternoon medication, and I don't feel the difference. So what do you think of Don Mattingly? Mm. Yeah, kiss your ass. Yeah. The cat said, well, fortunately for me, I never really got hooked on nicotine. I may I may feel sometimes that I'm hooked on marijuana, but I don't like smoking. So eating brownies, but smoking never really attracted me. Mm, mm. So give me your ego backfield for 26. This coming year, who will be your backfield? Your Jalen Pick Six, Hurts quarterback, running back who? He's gonna ride the pine. Wide receiver who? Tight end. But I want to tell you, last year Saquon Barkley was used a lot. But I get the feeling, just what I recently saw on TV because I didn't go, that they have plans to really rest Saquon this year. And the guy that I think will replace him, I mean, will, not replace, but step in for him. I can't remember his number, but he looks good. And he is Saquon, about 94% Saquon, only because nobody knows who he is yet. I don't know. Once they find out who he is and what he can do, I was one thing I was concerned about, and it's at almost 4 o'clock, and the guy to mow my lawn hasn't arrived yet. I can't do it. I mean, I wanted to, I can't. I mean, right now, I am so tired right now. I've been eating, I just finished eating, and I'm still exhausted. Thinking about it, I'm exhausted. Looking at it, I'm exhausted. Mm. So next time you visit here, you have to show me how to use the trimmer because I can't figure. I used it 3 times in my whole life, and I messed up every time. Then I might have that kit that you from your wife. You have to teach me, give me a whole tutorial on computer. Wow. what happens this year? We already had the Winter Olympics, right? Yeah, they just passed. Okay, yeah. So next one will be the Summer Olympics in 28. Oh, Buffalo is putting in a bid to host the draft 29-30. I really wanted to go to Pittsburgh. I wanted to go to Pittsburgh, but Nick didn't want to go. You know. But I'm feeling that if it's in Buffalo, I plan to get my hotel on Wednesday or Tuesday and stay till Monday. No, it's not cheaper. They know when you select it's for the draft, they gonna up the price. I don't know about, but $13 train ride now. I don't understand what's the purpose of having the World Cup so that the normal people can't see it. In the USA, it's not that big, but yeah. But I heard one guy bought 4 tickets, $17,000. And I'm thinking if I were to, there was one guy who bought something for the World Cup, and the whole package was $55,000 for 2 people. Or no, it's three people. Yeah. And then my problem with the $250 train is still the same as when you pay 13. The service is going to be just as bad at 250 as it is at 13. I watched a little bit of soccer yesterday, and I was really impressed with some plays, but and thinking to myself, if I had taken up soccer when I first heard of Pele, I would be the greatest soccer player of all time. Uh, I was watching the kids play today when I was coming back. Um, Fifth, sixth, seventh graders. I said one kid dribbling. Question: can you run in soccer with the ball on your head, as long as it doesn't touch your hands, right? Can? I don't know. Let me ask that question. Yep. Yep. You can. And that's what this guy did. He had the ball on his head. He's running like, and he can do that. Wow. No, I'm talking about. I want to know if it was legal. I mean, he was bouncing, and then there was one kid over here. I don't remember where. It's near here. They were three guys going boom, 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 boom. Ah, and they were eighth and ninth graders. PA, I watched this one group of kids in PA right across the border from New London Road, you know, and there's some girls there. Wow. Did you see? Oh no, didn't see that. But the one thing I remember is that the one kid who I saw yesterday also saw him on TV with the Union a few days ago. I don't know if he plays for the Union, but I saw his face, and I try to stop for soccer, but I don't get the thrill. I went to one soccer game, the last soccer game with Pele, Cosmos versus the Diplomats in soccer, Washington Diplomats. Just being in the stadium with Pele was. He has one statistic, and if I'm not mistaken, probably the only player. I have to investigate that. But he played in 1,700 games, 1,700 points, which in theory means he never played in a game where he didn't score a goal. Wait a minute. Yeah. 'Cause that's the one thing I was thinking about. 'Cause I could be wrong, but if I am, let me know. What I want to do is I want to just text you, and but I forget because I had the list here. That I pasted it and wanted to send it to you, and I deleted it instead. But now I think I'm gonna stay because now this is May. The schedule comes out. Now I gotta start thinking about football, even though I might not go to a game this year. Well, you have an excuse. I don't. You said you 4 hours from St. Louis, Kansas City. How far? 6. So you're four. I'm gonna talk to JJ and see if we can get a pack. But who does KC play that I want to go see? Buffalo. Okay, no, that no. They got 3 preseason games, and only San Francisco is confirmed. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Wait, no, I was wrong. New England. If KC plays New England, I might want to go to that game. That's the only one. That's the only one. If KC and New England, the only game that I might want to go to. And JJ Jones lives. He doesn't live far, but I mean it's a good drive. Who Truman? Truman. But I'm curious what's going to happen in Kansas City once they move to Kansas. It's only 10 miles from the present stadium now. "32 teams is more than enough. I don't want 16 games. I mean, I don't want 18 games. if they add that extra game, I want them to go back to 16 for 2 weeks for playoff implications. That's what I want. Tiebreakers. I don't want the extra game, especially last game of the season. You got two two-win teams. Too dangerous, especially if they're in the cold. That's just losing money. I mean, that's probably why they're charging PFL to make up for the money that they don't make when the games don't mean anything. Maybe minor league football, like the St. Louis Battlehawks. They're on today, right? I haven't even watched football. I watched maybe 2 games this spring. That's it. You're tired. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, I was hoping they would join, but they didn't. So I was gonna say bye bye everyone, and I'll see you. But we have to keep it more so we can have a better agenda for next time. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thanks. Take care, and remember your spelling lesson for today. Buffalo. That's how you spell Stanley Cup. Who? That was, yeah. Thank you. Take care. Bye.